How are you all doing? It's Lizzie Kayla up in the house, and I'm here to tell you about the types of bad friends. These are going to be stereotypes of typically girls, but of course boys can be them too, and any other gender, because don't assume genders, okay? These are the types of bad friends that I see most often, and I hope that I'm not one of them, but of course you never really know. Number 1, the two-faced one. This one is pretty self-explanatory. It's that person who pretends to be your friend, but doesn't actually like you. These people are the worst. You never know where you stand with them, and you never know which side of the face they're on, or which side of the face they are today. Two-faced people generally don't realise they're doing it, or being two-faced, but these are the people that will gladly hang out with you one week, but then ignore you all the next one. Number 2, the replacer. This one is a little bit harder to understand. You probably won't realise you're doing it, but these are the kinds of people that will hang out with one person for 1 week, but then replace them the next week. They're kind of like the two-faced person, except not that bad really. An example is that someone will easily talk to you when you're alone. Someone will easily and gladly talk to you when it's just you two. But then when more people come along, they'll replace you by hanging out with one of them instead. Number 3, the stalker. The stalker is the person that's really weird in that sense that they'll follow you and they'll do everything that you do. They'll like everything that you like, go everywhere that you go, and it's really weird, and so eventually you end up kind of being stalked by them. At the start it's really not so bad. In fact, you might actually like it. It's kind of the same thing as the entourage that always follows the popular girl around in the movies. That's kind of what this person's doing to you, the stalker, except eventually it reaches a point where it's no longer just friendly following around, no longer just OMG same. It gets to a point where it's really annoying and you just kind of want to get rid of them. Number 4, the annoying one. This one's pretty self-explanatory as well. It's basically just that person that's annoying to you, except they go out of their way to try and annoy someone, and that's the worst thing about them. That's the most annoying thing about them, is that they'll go on and they'll go everywhere that you go, kind of like the stalker, except they'll always try to be ridiculous and try and make you laugh, but instead it's just ending up annoying you, and that's kind of the worst part. Number 5, the pessimist. This is the person that would normally get stereotyped into the category of emo or goth, because they're always really sad, and they've always got like their hair like this, and they're like, oh, life is so sad, life is so awful, I wish I was dead, and they're like that kind of person. But I have to say, I put this on the bad side of people because I don't like pessimists. They're just really depressed all the time. They act really depressive, and they act like really hopeless and like there's nothing we can do to change the world, and they act like it's the worst place in the world and they'd rather be dead, and that's really sad, I think. So I put them in the bad category. Number 6, the obsessed one. This is different from the stalker because this person is not obsessed with you, they're obsessed with something else or someone else. For example, take your friend that's always talking about that band. She would be classed as the obsessed one. Take your friend that's always talking about that movie star. She would also be classed as the obsessed one. But if you just like someone, then that's fine, you're not obsessed with them. But if you constantly talk about them, then you're kind of getting obsessed, especially to that point where people's just like, oh, it's just her again, this is just normal. That's really bad, and that's why I put them in the bad category, because it's all okay and everything to like someone, but when your whole life just surrounds theirs, it gets really annoying, especially to other people. And finally, number 7, the undecided one. In my mind, this is the worst type of friend, unless we're talking about the two-faced one, because this kind of friend is probably a mixture of all of the others that I've mentioned, because you just can't pick one that she likes the best. They'll gladly switch back from being the two-faced one to being the pessimist to being who knows what else. It's like every day is a surprise, and it's always a bad surprise. The undecided one normally happens at around the age of 13 and 14, when you're kind of not really sure where you are and the hormones are going crazy, and you just kind of want to be everything and not upset anyone, except you're kind of upsetting anyone by not just being one specific thing. Also, I'd like to say that having a stereotype really helps. I know that all of these are very stereotypical, and normally people can be a mix of 2 or 3 of them or not be any of them at all. But having a stereotype is always a good thing in my mind, because then people will know what you're like without you even having to know them really. If you're a pessimist, so for example, and you go around and you've got your hair like this and all your black clothes on and everything, it's really easy to understand what kind of person you are. You probably want to avoid them, they probably not want to be talked to, or you'll probably want to talk to them about their latest band concert. And with the obsessed one, you'll know what to get them for their birthday. Like me, I got a Justin Bieber t-shirt because I'm obsessed. not obsessed, I'm not, don't worry. So yeah, that really helps, knowing that your friend likes a particular person or a particular band, then you can just get them some of their merchandise for their birthday, and then that's it, you're sorted, and you know that they're going to absolutely love that present. And so in that way, stereotypes can really help people, but it's not right to just fully think of someone as that one stereotype. You'll have to know that they're different and that they think differently about certain things, and that that's not their entire personality, it's just parts of it. And so in that sense, stereotypes are bad because it can make people judge them on their whole personality on just what they're seeing. So that's it. I should probably also mention that this is going to be a two-part series, and next week I'm going to be releasing a video which is called Good Friends, which will teach us about the good types of friends. Well, perhaps not teach us, just kind of explain to us. But anyway, I hope this helps someone out there, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back next Sunday at midday with another video heading your way. Lizzie Kayla out. Peace.